Hello everyone, and welcome to this episode, the anniversary one of the Women Talking About Learning podcast. I'm Andrew Jacobs. This is a special episode of the podcast because it's pretty much unplanned and we thought we would just put it into the mix for you. The Women Talking About Learning podcast is celebrating a 3-year anniversary today. That's Friday the 10th of November. A little over 3 years ago, I had the idea of hearing women talking with other women, and that would be a good way to amplify their voices, both figuratively and literally. This is such a labour of love for me, and it's one of the things I enjoy most in my work and time in learning and development. As I tell the guests each time, the opportunity to sit back and listen to smart women saying smart things is just a magnificent, magnificent time. At the start, I never thought we would be where we are today. The plan was 6 episodes, and if we hit 500 downloads, I would have been really happy. When we did do 6 episodes, I realised that there might be a demand for more, and so we carried on. What we have in reality is so much more. The podcast has just broken 16,000 downloads, across, including this podcast, 72 episodes. We're global. We listen to in more than 74 countries, with the majority of the listeners outside of the UK, although the UK does make up the largest minority. What's interesting is that a third of all of our listeners are from the US. Topics and themes seem to resonate with the US audience. And we have had over 150 fantastic women guests, which is just simply amazing. We do thank guests after each episode, but it really is down to them. And we send a special thanks to them all. We have a few episodes in the can, but we're recording more episodes next year, and we're always looking for new guests to be on this unique and very different podcast. If you're interested in being a guest, want to recommend someone, or just want to say hi, you can contact us through the website. And if you haven't listened to the podcast before, then please do. You can find us through the links in our show notes, our website, through Podfollow, or your favourite podcast app. Please do like and subscribe to the podcast. Rating the podcast means a lot as it pushes us up the charts and means more people can find us. Part of me doesn't want that to happen though, because the community of guests and listeners that we have is pretty unique, and I enjoy the inclusive nature. Once again, a huge thank you for listening to the podcast and for all the episodes and for your recommendations and all the support that you as listeners have given it. We look forward to sharing the next episode with you, which is the self-awareness one, and that comes out on the 14th of November. As always, thanks for listening, and we'll see you again soon.